I remember being treated with a lot of suspicion by most people once they learned that, you know, you're not going out to work and you are at home majority of the time. The amount of suspicion that you get treated with is atrocious.
There was a change of tone towards, from being part of a society that believed in social security, in a net to support people, and it was moving rapidly, I think, towards everybody that claims benefits is a fraud, and we have to weed out frauds. There are very few who are genuine. And it felt like it was going to get worse. It did.
Remettre is a family house based out in Surrey where people can go for respite stays or adult breaks, or as I call it, my second home.
Holding the residentials here at Remettre is always good because it's a nice neutral location for everyone. So if you're going to get grouped together, everyone can come here and not feel that they're being judged.
And the more we were together, the more those people felt able to say things. It was a lovely kind of growing together, although we all started on different levels of experience.
That's been great to learn to actually have the experience of being behind the camera and using it in a productive way to make a video about what we do. Learn how to do all sorts of filming, be it behind the camera, sound, directing, editing.
That's the first time I'd actually stood in front of the camera. Actually, I surprised myself that I wasn't nervous.
I was a bit scared at first, didn't know what to expect. It was something different, totally to what I'd ever done before, because I'd never picked up a camera before, not even really to take pictures.
You know, when you see somebody else who has been very shy taking a confident step, it encourages others to do the same. The first time I saw the finished book, I flicked through it, I went to the loo and cried because it was so much better than I expected.
So I was completely blown away by it. I'm like, yeah, that's effing brilliant. Love it. Don't want to change anything.
To see yourself portrayed in a positive light definitely makes you feel much more worthwhile, much more part of society, much more useful.
I had the control of what I wanted to wear, where I wanted the pictures taken, how I wanted to look, and most important, nobody judging how I was looking or where I wanted to be photographed, which to me is very important because I've never had that opportunity.
Because everyone gave themselves a title, you know, whether it was philosopher or activist. It was important to think about what that title was and how it presented you as the first thing that someone read about you, and then the text that would follow. That was an exercise in thinking around playing with words and being confident with what you finally wrote down.
The chance that it gave me to put in what I wanted it to say, to portray me in a decent light rather than one of these thieving scumbags on benefits. It allowed me to take control of my public perception, if you will.
From the beginning, I felt that as activists we had an ownership of this project. And if someone had taken away our texts and said we've amended it, we've made it look, smarter, or taken away the photographs and said, well, we've looked through them and these are the images of you that we think are the best and they're the ones we're going to use, I think I'd have been quite angry. I'd have felt it was a bit of a betrayal of what the whole project was about. I don't know, it was the feeling that there was something we could really use to change things. I wasn't quite sure how, but it just had the feeling that we had a real tool to use rather than just going out and speaking. It was something else.
Being involved in this project has actually helped to rebuild my confidence, because back when I was in the army I was used to speaking in public and talking, but after leaving the army and ending up on the benefit system, I lost so much self-esteem and I was actually scared to talk to people in public. But now I feel comfortable going out and talking to most anybody.
Now I'm capable of doing a lot more things than what I could have done a couple of years ago. It just gave me confidence to speak more. It's like, oh, I can do this now. I'm proud of myself actually.
Number 1 is confidence. Number 2 is belief in yourself. And number 3 is you do matter.
I'm here, I matter. It's time you listen to what I have to say instead of brushing me under the carpet.
We're not going to change the world with it, but person by person we can have an impact, and raindrop by raindrop an ocean.